didn't have that on your bingo list. All right, guys. We're going to do a little ranked Awilix guide here for you. Going to be starting off with our feather step for that clear and the speed buff. Just make sure you get that double auto attack in so you get that thick'em. AoE,
you know, I actually
big
think the
double
can is
damage.
one of the worst ideas, by the way. Only because when people try and play this game, and I'm like semi-new, and I see that skin, I'm not going to... Besides the Thunderbolt, which, I mean, Zeus, right, also, but I want to know what the hell that character is. It's a can.
Yes.
I wanted to let him go because it seemed important.
I'm glad you get to speak no evil.
It seemed important, you know, to let him get that out of his system. If I had tried to interrupt him, it was going to be a whole thing. He was never going to get out of the way. Okay, starting off with the Eye of the Jungle, we're going to work our way right into a Jotun's Wrath. You don't have to go exactly into a Jotun's Wrath. You do have the options of going like a Transcendence build. Personally, with the way that Smite games are going, they tend to be very snowball right now. In Jotun's Wrath, just when you buy it, it's like, boom, Jotun's Wrath is online. Transcendence, you got to get stacked before it kind of comes online. So I'm leaning into earlier game builds myself right now, since most of my games today snowballed by the 10-minute marker. So it's like, why build for the 30-minute marker if the game is mostly over by 10, you know? So that's kind of where I'm at on the build right now, expecting a little bit more for the early game action. Speaking of early game action, might I introduce you Thanatos, one of the best junglers in the game right now. So for our Awilix with our team comp, preferably we would have some more knockups on our team. We have like no knockups, which means I'm on my own, which is unfortunate. So the two things that you're looking for when you're playing Awilix is you're looking for your teammates to have knockups, and you're looking for the enemy team to have leaps.
My dash is down.
So unfortunately, if you look at their team, literally no leaps. And on our team, absolutely no knockups. So this is basically going to be Awilix on hard mode.
Lucky's really weak. It's half.
Because this is neither a good comp to pair with Awilix, nor a good comp to be against with Awilix. I'm going to go back for a little Vulcan action here. Try to see if I can't get a blink off. Going to do a little feather set behind him. Hit him with a little knockup of my own. And we will be able to grab a good kill. So on Awilix, our level order for her is going to be 4, 2, 3, 1 in terms of maxing. We level up our ultimate whenever we can because it is awesome. It's going to give you bonus damage on the yoinkity doinkity. It's going to give you cooldown, so you can yoinkity doinkity more, and it's going to give you an increase on those stats. Then you rank up your Feather Step, because Feather Step is one of the single best abilities in Smite, actually. Not only is it a massive AoE damage ability, it's also an invulnerability frame. So the second that you click the button until you are out of the animation, you cannot take damage on Awilix, which means if you were to use it right before a Vulcan ult, right before a Poseidon ult, something like that, you actually immunity frame the entire thing, which is amazing. I gotta be careful here because they're probably gonna go for those mid-lives. And then you rank up your 3, and then your 1. You really only need 1 point in your 1 because you want to get it on board so that you can start using it for the movement speed. You're never actually going to be using it for the damage. You mostly want to blink in, and then that way you can Suku for the chase if they roll out or something. You can chase them down with it. For kind of your standard little ability combo on Awilix, you're going to be looking to blink in and pop them up with your 3 for that knockup. And then you basically have 2 follow-ups off after that. One is going with your ultimate, but a lot of the times after you blink 3 on Awilix, you actually don't want to ulti unless you know their beads are down. If their beads are up, almost everybody panic beadses when they get knocked up by Awilix, which means there's a good chance that you're going to be able to blink knock them up, not even ultimate, and then burn their beads, which is incredibly important, especially in a game like this, where I'm the only person knocking them. So I have to make sure that their beads are down. Or your team can just communicate really well. And if your team is communicating really well, you'll know if their beads are up or down.
Do they have a Thanatos?
They sure do. Famous last words?
God, he almost died.
I wish I could have been there, but I had 0 mana.
No, it's okay. If I was level 5,
Yeah.
that was probably a double kill.
I'm gonna go over towards
Being
left side and see if
underleveled
they
and
got greedy.
Dying early.
Stayed for some
on
XP.
Fortnite.
They sure did. Unfortunately there, the Sobek was in front of me. So when I went to get the Shibalanke, it yoinked the Sobek instead of the Shibalanke. And then they also got a big old thick shield from the stupid shield buff. He picked it up, so he got the shield on top of it. So we weren't going to be able to kill him. Kind of a unfortunate series of events right there. What are you going to do? I'm going to put down the sentry ward because he got 2 wards right here because he has the Eye of the Jungle. When you have the Eye of the Jungle, when you kill those minions, you put down wards. Countering those wards does give you actual gold, which means now I have that mid-harpy warded, and it was also basically a free sentry ward because I just got 100 gold back for using it. Sentry warding at those mid-harpies, if you know that the enemy jungler is doing them, is a great way to get a little bonus cash and get some bonus vision and wards out. Because they basically become free! For our second item on Awilix, I'm going to go right into the Hydras. Awilix, one of the best Hydras proccers in entirety of Smite. People always think of like Susano and stuff. But Awilix is a really easy Hydras procker as well. You blink 3, so you auto. You ulti, so you auto. And then you feather step, so you auto. You don't even have to like think about the auto attacks coming in. It's just very natural between all of your abilities. Those auto attacks are getting used, which is awesome. Gonna save my point at level 8 so I can get a point in feather step and my ultimate at level 9. Prioritizing a lot of farm here right now until I see somebody out of position when I am near to them. Earlier as well, I tried to feather step the Sobek out of his pluck. I knew that if I was going to kill the Sobek, I would have to interrupt his pluck with my feather step. Unfortunately, I just didn't get it off quite in time. By the time I pressed the button, he was slightly out of feather step range. But do keep in mind that you don't have to feather step right away. If you hold it for them to use their movement ability and then reactionarily press that feather step, it will interrupt them out of it. It's a bit of a high-level play, and obviously things can go wrong, but... Diana ult, trying to get there. Knocked up. Don't even have to ulti that. I'm going to try to get out of this Sobek ulti using my feather step, but not quite going to be able to get in range of the auto to do that. Got to be a little careful here because he can pluck me into the tower. And I'm going to come back over here and once again get some more value out of that sentry ward that we placed down earlier. Once again, going to give us more gold.
Son of a gun.
Gonna go back and grab those lefts myself, actually. I like to prioritize the mid and duo lane as a jungler right now. I find that mid and ADC are some easy lanes to stand around. And as long as your team is warding, you'll be able to get off some good ganks. Solo lane, depending on who the solo laner is, can be anywhere from like hard to gank to literally impossible. Shiva, extremely difficult character to gank, because he's got so much immunity in his kit, and his clear is so good. He almost always has a full wave right there, and he's just going to be running around in his own jungle looking for some bonus farm. Also, if you don't give the ADC lane some love, the ADC lane snowballs out of control right now. In my opinion, the worst of any of the roles. So if you don't go over there and try to give them some love, chances are they're going to fall behind. And I don't mean like fall behind a little bit. I mean like fall behind 3+ levels. And it's not going to be very fun if they've got a level 20 hunter and you've got a level 16 hunter. So I try to focus over on that dude. Also, we all know the ADC mains complain the most. So just, you can cut that one off. We got this last guy over there right now in the duo lane. Oh my God, he never stops complaining. Just always sending me messages. Gank my lane, gank my lane. You're never helping. It's ridiculous. Can't stand the guy. Okay, we got a fight breaking out over and right, but that fight is actually mostly over. I am going to try to get there for a little pickup on the Sobek here at the end. He still has his dash up, so I'm going to come back and help out with the Shiva. I'm going to use that Feather Step that time, the way that I was talking about it earlier, where if you wait for them to start their dash animation, you can interrupt them out of it.
I like this.
So we interrupt Shiva out of his little dash animation right there. Flips us around behind him so we can try to body block him better, and then we get some kills. Gonna back up, get my Hydras. Hydras is also gonna help with your early mana consumption. Now for this next item, a lot of builds get Bloodforge in this third slot. I happen to think that Serrated Edge is just a straight up better item. The snowballing feeling off of Bloodforge is really good, but from a pure stat standpoint, Serrated Edge is one of the highest like raw stats of any item in Smite. So it's hard to not grab it as a third item. Plus, it's a great time to get that percent pet online. Ah, I'm getting body blocked by a turret. This is actually really awkward. I'm gonna jump away. Okay, I'm good.
Oh, we're not fighting.
No, no, no.
God, I didn't get an answer. I just kind of, yeah.
I actually got body blocked by a Vulcan turret and my brain short-circuited.
Oh, that's fair.
It does happen. Trying to keep the farm up right now on the Thanatos. One thing about the jungle that you need to know right now is that a successful gank for your levels in gold personally as a jungle is less efficient than an AFK farm. So it is a little awkward. And you do have to gank because your team is going to need help, right? But from a purely XP gold ratio for yourself, 99% of the time, you're better AFK farming to get yourself ahead than the rewards that a gank will give you. What that means is not never gank. It means when you're going for a gank, it needs to be vastly in your favor. Because even if you do get the kill, you're still going to be behind. Even if you were AFK compared to AFK farm. You see what I'm saying? Now I'm going to go ahead and hit him with the Feather Step. Take him right on out of his dash. Just like that, you're going to see that kind of over and over again. Take the Shibalanke right out of his dash. So I know that there's going to be a good fight over here. So I go looking for it. Okay, that is Vulcan, Ultimate, and Aegis down. Almost got to kind of run away. We're going to get a free totem off of that as well.
Yeah, I'm taking these back.
Yep.
Because, yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
It's time to ascend.
Let's go.
Reminder that splitting experience in Smite 2 ways is always preferable. Sobek's coming. Try to burn these quick. Little tidbit of general Smite knowledge. When you kill a camp by yourself, you get 100% XP. When you split a camp 2 ways, you both get 60% XP.
He saw me,
which means you create a bonus 20% XP out of thin air. If you're ever wondering why your team is behind, even though you're farming the exact same camps, if their team is farming it with 2 people and you're farming it with 1, they're ahead 20% XP as a team. Little Smite fun fact for you. Very, very crucial. Gonna just kind of wait for this left-hand side. We need 2,500 gold for that Serrated, so we're just on our AFK farm until we get there.
2 are over here.
I have not backed
3 are over here
since I've gotten level 12. Yeah, they're gonna full tilt divey right now. That is a long way for me to go, if I'm gonna be honest.
Vulcan's ulting me.
I'm just gonna kind of let it go. Hey, you lived, which is great, because I'm gonna get a ton of farm off of this. I'm backing with a full. It's gonna be great. I gotta keep my eyes on the map over there left, because I'm gonna need to head over there after I get all this farm. This is so much farm, though. I'm gonna get a full Serrated Edge, plus I'm gonna get a beach online. It's gonna be massive for us. Got a sentry ward, so I can throw down the Gold Fury. Gonna start heading over towards
think I'm
left, not
buying
because
a
the fight
shit
is
ton of
continuing, but
wards.
because that
I can
camp is gonna
freaking
spot
live.
on left, and then I can get the ward out on the Gold Fury. Shibalanke is pushed up pretty far, but he's gonna start backing up. He knows something's up. He knows something is up. Got a central on gold. This is warded. Looking for the Thanatos around here. No, Thanatos as well. Now we're getting to look for more and more ganks. I'm looking at the Shibalanke left.
I don't know where he's at.
He is deep looking for the farm. Got him. That is a teleport down into dual lane. Okay.
Oh.
I'm going to jump over this wall.
Die now.
Shiva's probably going to try to blink on me. He sure is. Dang. Bluestone killed me.
God.
That's so unfortunate. I was hoping I was going to be able to ride Suka a little bit longer. What I should have done is just jumped immediately. This actually might end up being a good fight for us.
That's my one swear word.
Great Thorsten right there from Nika. That was fantastic. But I took so much damage from that little dancey boy. The Mana Core spike procced on me. And the Shiva proc, which means I actually took 400 damage from that one little Shiva combo, which sucks. All right, for our next item, this is where the builds get a little bit more flexible.
Right.
We got 30% CDR, we got
We're mad at
30%
Thor on that
pen.
one, right?
I like a Bloodforge right
Okay.
here. This is when I prefer to get Bloodforge because I do find that Bloodforge plus Serrated Edge is a lot of lifesteal.
Going back
Plus,
to my,
because we already have most of our cooldown and most of our pen online, we can start looking for items that just give other, like, helpful stats. And Bloodforge passive is one of the most helpful passives in the game because you get one kill, very quickly becomes two, very quickly becomes three. While Bloodforge isn't the item that it used to be, like, what was it, 4 months ago or whatever, it's still a game-changing item. And you can see we've been focusing a lot on our XP. That Thanatos actually has one more kill than us, and he's only been involved in 2 less kills, but we have got a 4 level lead right now because we prioritized on AFK farming compared to ganking. We let the ganks come to us, so to speak. Gotta go ahead and use my Feather Step right there to immunity frame that Vulcan ult. But now I gotta kind of be careful and get out of that one. That was Shiva ult down, Vulcan ult down. So that was kind of a good example of using Awilix Feather Step as an immunity frame. Right before it's about to hit, we Feather Step, immunes all the damage, which allows us to get away. Great way to utilize Feather Step, because it can be a both high damaging ability, but also high defense ability. Also, in general, when you're running around on Awilix, looking for a Vulcan, once again, gonna use the Feather Step for the CC immunity right there to go ahead and not get knocked up by the meatball so we can keep beating on him. Most of the time when you're riding your doggo, you're gonna want to just right click and get off and not jump. The reason why you want to do that is if you right click to get off instead of jumping, the cooldown is immediately back up. If you go ahead and jump, it's going to use the whole cooldown, and then he won't be able to get right back on.
Oh, careful. Chivalocky's going way back. Like, he won't be able to
Way back.
He's way back there, Morty.
Yeah, yeah. It's all good. I was just stealing a bunch of their farm. So you want to make sure that you're right-clicking, unless you're specifically leaping to get onto somebody
it's a
or
good
get
thing I
away.
can live 18 people rotations.
You would prefer to just right-click and get off, so that way you can continue to use it for its movement around the jungle to get away, whatever you might need. I'm gonna go do the side camp while I'm waiting for that to spawn. Now the green's coming up. I'm gonna be able to back, get a full Bloodforge. But before I back up, I'm gonna throw down a defensive sentry ward right here. That way we can start getting ready for the next Golden Fury. And now we'll start sending ourselves back out. Priority lane is going to be on Vulcan right now. That Vulcan is doing the best comparably to the rest of our team. And a Vulcan in the ultra late game can carry his brains out with some big ults, so the longer that we can keep him down, the better. Don't have my blink or beads up though, so going in with my 1 would be very risky. But if I can just happen to like find him coming in from a mid wave or something.
Weird.
Like this. Thana and Vulcan mid, looking at him. Like that. That's gonna be a quick kill. Shibalanke tried to save him with the ult.
Shibalanke's rotating all the way. I'm just gonna push.
But it didn't matter.
I didn't want to get cut off by Sovek.
All good.
I'm just letting you guys know I'm not rotating.
That's fine. Getting a little greedy right here. Gonna go ahead and throw down the ult. Use that feather step. Grab the kill. I blink over that wall because I know generically where he is. Now I'm actually gonna go back and I'm gonna kill this tower. That way we can run away if we need to through the lane.
Yep,
Come back in to try to help my team. You're good to keep shoving left. Throw out a little bit of a knowledge factor there for my Rama. They've still got 3 over here, and the Vulcan was dead. That's a free tier 2.
Yep.
Not going to get aggressive on this, but I am. We should go to gold. You and me can do it with just us 2.
Sure.
Going to steal the green buff on the way over to gold here. No, that was great. They didn't do anything over there. They probably shouldn't have even gotten a Scylla kill. That was just low greedy.
Freaking Billy.
So I'm going to use my ultimate right here. The reason why I'm using my ultimate is not only does Awilix have that fantastic pull and damage on her ultimate, it is also one of the better stims in the entirety of Smite. So using it to burn down an objective is a great way to utilize that Awilix ult out of combat because it gives you 70% attack speed and 60 physical power. Like an unbelievable amount of stats in this post-nerf of the base stats meta, you know? After all those item nerfs and stuff, that is just a ridiculous amount of stats to be getting. And it's for a full 6 seconds. Full 6 seconds. Crazy. In fact, it actually might be the single best stim in the game. We're going to grab ourselves a Protector of the Jungle. And I'm also going to rank my Jotuns up to a Vigor. I get Vigor because once again, it's going to give us a little bit of that lifesteal. So when you combine a little bit of the lifesteal from Vigor plus Edge plus Bloodforge, that little bit becomes a little bit a lot. Not to mention bonus movement speed is always good for ganking. Also, if you end up getting a Magi's in your game and you get the bonus movement speed from Magi's, plus you can get the bonus movement speed from Jotuns, you'll be real zoom. Lord forbid you get the bonus movement speed from your Bloodforge. On top of the fact, you got bonus movement speed on your Serrated Edge. Woo-wee! Plus I'm on my Suki, which is bonus. Bonus. A lot of bonuses. Folks. We need somebody to pick up that bomb. I guess I'll go back and pick it up.
I can actually, do we do this?
I'll pick it up because I can. We probably got to look for a little engagement here.
There's 2 guys here, yeah. Ow!
Trying to look around to the back line for the Vulcan. Got him. I am probably dead for that. Unfortunate. They were here. Nice knowing you. Okay, bit awkward. We saw the Thanatos over in left lane, so I know we had the numbers advantage, but how the hell did Scylla get all the way over the left? I guess Scylla must have backed. That was a little bit awkward. They should be able to kill the Shibalanke here. This fight is going incredibly poorly for us. Sucks that Vulcan had his beads back up. We didn't know if he had his beads up or not. Unfortunately, we're not going to get the Shibalanke on this. In fact, they might kind of reverse wipe us there. Would have been nice to have a little bit of a deep ward right there. They probably countered our ward earlier in that fight because we blinked literally into 4 people, which is suboptimal, as they say.
There's definitely
as much as I want to rank up my beads right now, I'm not going to. I am going to get Magi's because I do feel like I'm hitting plenty hard right now. But I had the beads early in that fight, and it would have been nice to just have the Magi's proc, so I could have used the beads a little bit later.
Oh, there it is. The kill
beads a little bit later.
Yes. Oh, he got it.
There's the Shibalanke kill. Good job. Come over here and grab ourselves a little speed buff. We got to get a little reset like that off as a team. I'm going to go look towards this shield. I can get that shield buff online, that would be very nice for the next little fight. Maybe I can run into their jungle. Look for a quick pick. Maybe the Thanos still farming over here because he's only level 18, you know? Grab their purple so Shibalanke can't get it when he spawns. Final totem spawning up. I'm coming over.
I know.
Grab these Oreos for vision on the gold, since Gold Fury is also coming up.
Probably do this Gold Fury really quick since we got vision on fire.
Yep.
I am.
Just stealing some of their jungle buffs. I'm good. They are
There's a
coming
chance I
over
could be
looking
dead.
for a fight themselves. Sobek's chilling in his ult, trying to get on the back line with the Vulcan. Vulcan goofed.
Yeah.
I got the Shibalanke as well. Didn't use my ultimate right there because I knew I wouldn't need it. Gonna go ahead and ulti on the Sobek now.
Just dove on in the back.
Just holding off on my feather step as long as I could right there.
Santos ulti is down.
Nice.
Nice
Huge
job.
ult.
Oh man.
Man, that guy has got so much DR.
Yeah, I'm about to say because he could have.
He's got DR for days. Keep in mind with the Awilix as well, you don't technically need to get in an auto attack in order to feather step. You can actually use your 3 and then immediately use your 2. This is a great way to get a little bit of extra length
to help out, sadly.
because your feather step radius of where you can use it is actually slightly longer than your auto attacks.
Braid it.
Kept wanting to say audio
Blade it.
attacks. Which means sometimes you can use your 3 to get that last little bit of range that your auto can't reach, that then actually lets you feather step, and then your feather step will put you in range of your autos. All right, grab that Magi's. A temporal beads upgrade, fantastic. And now we get real busy.
I don't think so.
All right,
Oh, maybe. Nice. Oh no, I got the bomb. Poop.
you're the bomb.
I'm the bomb. No.
I got a
Maybe
sentry
some
ward
gold?
for gold really quick. They're not on it.
This is never a problem for me.
You want me to blast it with you really fast?
Yeah, we can come blast.
Enemies incoming right.
Not gonna ultimate this time. I want to keep it up for the next fight. Just gonna use my feather step for a secure.
Let's go.
Thor very far up by himself. We're gonna need to get ready and get everybody over here.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab myself a red pot.
We will need.
And I'm gonna grab myself a sentry ward and start
Yeah,
heading
okay.
over immediately because they're gonna be going for a little fuego action here. They've got Thor dead. That is a power play opportunity for them. We do have Scylla, one of the best secures in the entire game, though. I just got to get her vision. And so I shall. Okay, trying to get them off of it. Looks like we have gotten them off it.
Oh boy.
We got them off it quite a bit. It is not regenning yet, though. They're staying on it. They're trying to burn it. They want to commit. Looking for the Shibalanke in the back.
Thanatos over at Scylla.
Not going to be able to get them. Okay. They are still on it. Just trying to get near Shibalanke because without Shibalanke, they don't have any burn. I'm going to jump in right now, actually, myself. I'm going to put down the bomb, and I'm going to use my 2-3 combo, and we're going to be able to steal that. Okay. Going to put my little beads here. Ulti for the Sobek. Grab myself a quick little kill for the Bloodforge proc. Hopefully I can jump back in and around. Try to get near the Vulcan, who I know actives are down. He's going to die in the back line. Grab a little knock up onto the Shiva.
Nice.
Bada bing, bada boom. Now we group up and shove it down the mid lane. So I know that their secure is not on the Fire Giant
Actually end off that.
because Vulcan is getting chased around. They've kept the Fire Giant aggroed. They've
Just
got a
need to regen. Can I kill Wave,
Shibalanke
please?
and a Sobek. So I do some quick math, and I bet my odds that I'll have a better secure than them because I've got the Pyro Bomb, which does 1,000 damage to the objective. So I go in, throw down the bomb, takes 3 seconds to explode. So I make sure that I get my damage off with my Feather Step and my 3, as close to that bomb going off as I can, which allows us to secure the fire giant and switch everything around and grab the W.
GG.
So big thing with the Awilix, team comps. Both teams, your number one thing you should be looking at. I happen to be a very good Awilix player. I've been playing this game for a long time. But in general, you want more knockups on your team and more leaps on their team. You cannot Awilix yoink a dash. Has to be a leap. And yes, reminder, that does include Scylla, Hades, and Izanami. Just because you're leaping underground doesn't mean you're not leaping. So pay attention to those team comps to make a better use out of the Awilix. Also, don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube and ring that bell for notifications. And subscribe to our second channel. Description down below on YouTube or !TTY if you're watching on Twitch. Thank you for supporting the Twitchiest community. If you'd like to see more videos, make sure you subscribe to the channel and always hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss any of the upcoming videos. Thank you for all your support and have a Twitchin' day, y'all.